Okay, guys, here we go. I really enjoy these just chatting streams. We always have such a good time. They typically go in odd directions, as do all our streams. But at least this one, it's it's the odd direction. It going in an odd direction is the actual direction, if that made any sense. But this stream is for whatever you guys want to talk about. I know a lot of it's going to be election related. Obviously, that's on a lot of people's minds. Even outside of the U.S., it's on a lot of people's minds. I mean, American elections do have certainly a significant worldwide effect, but it's open to whatever you guys want to talk about. Hi, Jill. Hi, Anvo. Hey, Dr. Dirt. Oh, good. You guys are finding your way in already? Man, maybe some notifications went out. It's always a nice thing. Anvo's voting for Pedro. Not a bad call at all. Would you? He's voting for Pedro. So, Ando, would you be willing to say that you would vote for either candidate if they would do the Napoleon dance between now and the election? I would have to seriously think about it. That's how you know you've really, really committed to your candidate. Or that's how you know you really should be committed. James says, hey, Kendi of Curtis. Hi, Rosa. Not home right now, so I can't spam voice messages from Jar Jar. Oh, I understand. For those who don't know, Rosa's a truck driver. So I'm assuming, well, no, you could be, doesn't have to be working. She's just not home. Krillin for president. Also not a bad vote. Anu says yes, but they also need to be oiled up in 4K quality. Ooh. Oh, but Andrew, do we really want to see Trump or Kamala oiled up? I'm not sure that's giving the people what they want. I know I don't want it. Jill says, I heard from Kentucky they can't vote for Kamala when pressing the button. There's a couple. Now, see, I forgot which state it was. It's funny, Jill. I heard the opposite. Somebody posted a video that they couldn't vote for Trump. It would be why it does seem like the rest of the world can run elections much more effectively than can we. You know, America is typically always on the cutting edge of technology and everything. Why is it? I know some people were on social media from different parts of the world. I forgot. I forgot which country it was. A country of 47 million. Because this one person said, my country, and I apologize, I've forgotten which country it was, says they have 47 million people and they have the election results within 2 to 3 hours from polls closing. There's no excuse for it. I mean, absolutely none. I don't care what kind of stupid shit they try and dredge up. There's no excuse for it taking forever to get election results in a state. Rosa said, my truck is currently broken down on the side of the road. Oh, that sucks. Because some dipshit decided that he wanted to drive into my right wheel. God damn it. Man's lucky to be alive. His car's fucked waiting for cops right now. Oh, sorry to hear that, Rosa. Oh, what a pain in the ass. Again, as I said, for anybody just coming in, Rosa's a truck driver and obviously having some issues at the moment. That Portland voting thing is nonsense. That's ridiculous. What were we talking about, Ambu? I might have missed that one. What Port? Oh, was Portland where they were? Somebody was firebombing the ballot boxes. Is that what you're talking about? I did see that. If that's what you mean. I'm doing good, RJ. Bill says, is wearing women's underwear a part of your turn on? No. I'm always willing to learn, but I can't say that I've ever been predisposed towards having to slap on the panties. Yeah, that's messed up, Andrew. They determined who it was, wasn't it? Wasn't it? And again, I'm not sure. I thought it was just some anarchists, not even necessarily aligned with either side, just people who hate the government. Dylan says, doubt you remember me after so many streams not saying a word, because I don't stay long, but hi again. Last stream was the sad anime moments. Like, oh, good to have you in, Dylan. It really has been years, I understand. Hi, Gabriel. And Bill Hicks says, sorry, an old Al Michaels interview question. I thought you'd get the reference from when he got caught. Oh, no, I don't remember that one, Bill. That doesn't surprise me coming from Al Michaels, but no, I don't remember that one. And usually I do remember weird shit like that. Oh, I agree. RJ says political extremism is unacceptable in all cases. Well, you guys have heard me say that over and over. I mean, I just hate extremists and extremism. Absolutely. I will say this, though, just so you guys know, and I'll try and schedule it ahead of time so you guys see it up at the channel. We certainly are going to be streaming during the election. I think the first... Oh!
Hi.
Wow. That was some quality creep from Joker. That was a good one. I like that one. I think... Donald had... The election's over. I think Donald Trump just croaked. He said, when elected, and that's it. Huh. Well, so much for that. Oh, what I was trying to say, I believe the first returns start coming in, if I remember right, 7 p.m. Eastern time, my time. So if that's the case, we'll start streaming at 6. I don't know how, I still have to get up 5:15 in the morning, so I don't know how long I can stream through it, because it's probably going to be a while till we get actual results, but we'll definitely be streaming. Hey, thanks, Dr. Dirt. I appreciate that. Thanks for the memberships. Trump did Biden, Rosa says. Eli says, it's strange that the Democrats are calling Trump a dictator when they installed a candidate that wasn't even in the primary, nobody voted for. Yeah, I mean, there's so many things that I don't really believe either side, and you guys know this, has just our best interests at heart, for sure. I'm not the first one to say that. Excuse me, guys. I forgot. I just wanted to post today's vids on the YouTube channels. It only takes me a moment. It only takes me a moment if I, figure out how to make the phone, how to work my phone. Yow! All right. I'm putting it up right now on the Grandpa Curtis channel. I got this video of a comedian just absolutely bombing. It was so terrible. It was awesome. So unfunny. It was hilarious. And then on this channel too, any of you, if you're ever thinking, well, if you use iPhones at all, watch it.
Great again. I'll deport the illegals and the Uchiha. The second
And the Uchiha.
He created my favorite jutsu, Hawk to our style. Spit on that Thang jutsu.
I'm not surprised second Hokage would be your favorite, Donald. Spit on that thing. Trump literally talked about sending Liz Cheney in front of a firing squad recently. How are we still both sides? No, he didn't. See, now you guys always force me into the situation of defending people. Because as I said, just like in comment sections, everybody's entitled to have any opinion they want. But if you state stuff that's just patently false in the comments section of the videos, they get deleted. That's not what he said. Go listen to the whole thing. Don't listen to the 11-second snippet that people are trying to use to get people fired up. Listen to the whole thing, and then you'll understand exactly what he did say. What about the comedian saying that Puerto Rico thing? Bad joke. I mean, and again, in full context, he didn't call Puerto Rican people garbage. He was making fun of the fact that Puerto Rico has a horrific problem with garbage, with disposing of their garbage. It's a serious issue right now for them. And obviously that's where the joke goes, because that's what makes Puerto Rico a floating island of garbage. That's finally done it. What makes it a joke.
I have found the cure for insomnia.
Oh, what's that, Hal?
You'll be sleeping like a baby.
Oh, wait a second, Hal. Hold on a second. Oh, okay. Because I missed the very beginning of that. Let me play it again. Prometheus. Gotcha.
I have finally done it.
That bad, huh?
Watch this movie.
See,
and you'll be sleeping
any
like
movie
a
that's
baby.
even slightly scary or anything, we can't watch anyway because my wife won't watch scary movies. But yeah, good to know. RJ says, "Yeah, before claiming a thing is real, vet it from multiple sources." That's such great advice. And again, that's not a sides thing, either side. You got people. You got to remember, guys. You got people whose very livelihoods now are inundating you with half truths and just putting spin on things to try and make you feel a certain way, and it's from both sides. So anything you come across on social media, anywhere, or even from the media nowadays, because they do the same thing, you definitely want to check it. Or at least if you see it like on a social media site, if somebody posted something, go into the comments, see what people from the other side of that issue are saying, and see if it sounds like it still holds water. James says, I got my brother on that about the iPhones. He works in a church, and I always ask him, why you have an iPhone then? Because the symbol in the apple is one byte. Oh, they pissed me off with this. For those of you who don't know what we're talking about, it's the video I just posted up on at the channel here at Spaz Boys. And the thing of it is, it's about Apple charging outrageous, I mean insane fees on anything you do on the iOS, on anything you buy. What? Okay, hold on a second. We're getting. As long as you guys are getting a good stream, I'm not going to worry about YouTube bothering me. No issues on the stream, guys. The insane fees they put on anything you purchase through. Basically, if you have an app on the phone, they want to cut. And now they're doing it with Patreon, which, of course, my Patreon is how I'm allowed to do all this. It's not going to be, I don't think, as big a deal for me. They're putting a 30% charge on Patreon memberships as it is for, like, say, podcasters. Because a lot of people have Patreon where people just go there to support the creator. Whereas mine directly is me posting content, so I stay in tune with everybody every day. It's easy to let everybody know that if you don't want to pay that fee, you just sign up through a browser. It can even be on your iPhone. Just go into the browser and do it rather than through the app. But it's unbelievable. Charging a 30% fee for not a goddamn thing. They're not doing anything except you are graciously utilizing their iOS system. You bought their product, and because of that, they want to charge you 30% if you sign up for anybody's Patreon. Iridian says, let's put her rifle stand with a 9-barrel shooting at her. Okay, yeah. Let's see how she feels about it being a Warhawk, when the guns are trained in her face. Right. So exactly what he was saying is, let's put her on the front lines and see how she feels about war. It's pretty obvious. It's in the full context. That's exactly what he said. You're not going to get too far with that one, Iridian. Even your liberal media sites have been tamping that one down. Even had, which surprised me, Joe Walsh, who despises Donald Trump and has a huge following, and you can go look if you don't believe me. Even Joe Walsh came out and said, listen, don't take an 11-second excerpt because it just makes us all look bad. And claim it to be something that it's not. That's what he was saying. So I don't know what more you want to explain to you. He was saying if you want to be a war hawk, you should be the one out there facing the guns. Oh, shoot. Hold on. I missed that.
A boring one. Although one might argue a boring movie is a bad movie. With a bad movie, you can turn your brain off and enjoy it. Or laugh at how bad it is.
True, I've done that.
It's bad when a highlight is watching an infected person. You were supposed to be rooting for being burned alive.
Oh, I agree with that, Hal. You're right. You can laugh at how bad something is, but then...
I went hunting yesterday.
Oh, that's messed up for
Any
vegans.
advice on how to
Oh,
cook them?
jeez.
I'm serving them to Bill Cosby in exchange for Jello pudding pops.
Jello pudding
Right.
pops.
You want advice on how to cook vegans? You must be off your rocker. Let's pretend you're asking how to cook with vegetables, because that's the only thing vegans eat. Start by taking all those vibrant veggies,
Give them a
good
good...
wash chop them up like you got a grudge, then roast them with a splash of olive oil, salt, pepper,
Every once in a while,
and a hint of rosemary.
for those of you who
Serve it
don't
up
know,
with a side of common sense.
we
and
get
you've got a
very
dish
bizarre.
even Bill Cosby might approve of, minus the tomfoolery.
We get very bizarre Gordon Ramsay recipes every so often here. Hey, RJ, thanks for the super chat. And RJ says, free imaginary cookies and real good vibes for all. Well, thank you. We appreciate both. Yeah, Gabriel says the Curtis Candy action figure was replaced by the Xenomorph Queen figure. Yeah, sure. There's two things up there. It's easier for me to take them down than... Ooh, shit. Unless I rip my headset off. Take them down than it is to diddle with the camera. There's the Xenomorph. Gotta appreciate that level of drool, no? So that was put up there in honor of us. Finishing Alien Isolation. I like how I keep talking. I've only been doing this for how many years? And yet I will still keep talking as I turn my head completely away from the mic. And then this is something we got just the other day. From Tanja is the company we use. All these things you see popping up here, the text-to-speech, the silliness that gets popped up. We got that because we made Tanja a partner so quick and everything. This thing is heavy. I was shocked when it came in. I could do that. That thing could be used in a crime without a doubt. I don't want to give my wife any ideas, but it could be. Hey, Patrick!
There's a xenomorph in the room with
Patrick, that is a collectible figure.
I love Hal's voice. Patrick's just trying to look out for me. That's all. All right, where are we now? Here. Just ask him on Tim. He'll give us some pointers about the panties. Rosa says it says heavy as Curtis's balls. Those little unimpressive things, Rosa. Nah. Now, if you want to use my balls as a comparative option, it would be to something sagging, not being heavy. Dr. Dirt says, so did you decide against the super chat goals? No, we'll try them at some time, Dr. Dirt, but in a better stream. You know what might be a good one for it is maybe during the we'll see, maybe we'll do it during the election stream. And I have to think of something, because if you do them, I told you guys I was looking up how they work. When you achieve it, when you get to your goal, as the host, I'm supposed to do something, and I got to think of something that'd be fun to put in there. Excuse me. Yeah, we just had it out the alien figure, Chrome. I just had it up there a moment ago. It's right here. It's a nice, high-quality, drooling xenomorph. Gabriel says the Tangia partner reward is very heavy than a brick wall piece. It is. I mean, it's unreal how heavy it is. Yeah, and the Tangia award. That was cool of them to send it. It's nice little thing to send out. Chris says, have you ever watched Baki? In the process of it right now. We're finally getting towards the end of it. And it's so funny right now, guys. I got to tell you, over at the Goose, we have, along with the G100 videos we do all the time and everything else, we have 3 daily videos we always do, 3 different series. And it's so it's so bizarre that one of the series is Breaking Bad, and that is one of the most phenomenally well-written shows I've ever seen. It's so well written. And then I'll get done recording that and go right to Baki, which is one of the most ridiculously written things I've ever seen in my life. And just keeps getting weirder and weirder. The fights are good. The writing is insane. So it's such a parody. Austin says, how do you think Cowboy season and Notre Dame season is going so far? Cowboys are dog shit. That defense is terrible. Terrible. They're not going anywhere. Notre Dame season is doing quite well. They're getting better, I believe, every week. and the defense is already stellar. And losing a first-round cornerback and they didn't miss a beat. That freshman kid they got playing in his place is phenomenal. Notre Dame's doing quite well. I have big hopes for them. I have seen JoJo, Gabriel. I love JoJo. Absolutely love that.
It's like watching Citizen Kane and then watching The Room afterwards.
yeah, exactly. That's well put. Perfect analogy. Iridian says, so let's assume he's not talking about firing squads. Do you think 9 firearms trained interface an acceptable thing to say about a political opponent? It's considered anything remotely similar. If he's talking about, as I said, if he's talking about putting someone on the front lines of a war because they feel they're a warmonger, sure, that's how you would illustrate it, or that's how you would describe it. What the fuck does that have to do with if Kamala said anything like that? That's one of the problems we have in discussing politics. It doesn't matter what the other guy did. If you want to talk about something being bad, is it bad? Stand it alone. Is it bad? Is it good? Why do I care if Kamala said anything similar to that? I'm voting for a president based on policy and what I believe their presidency will do for my kids and grandkids. But again, if you listen to, I don't know what more to tell you, Iridium. If you listen to that whole speech in context and you still think he was talking about taking a political opponent and lining them up in front of a firing squad, I don't know what to tell you. Go ahead and believe that if you want. So, I can't force you to be able to comprehend the entirety of the speech. If that's what you want to believe it. Have a good time. Medalist Way says, check next post, please. Also, good day. Good day to you, my friend. Wow, we sound very formal in here now. Good day to you, my friend. Don't let me forget, guys, because a lot of times I say I'm going to do that, and then I forget. So I got to check Metal's next post. Retro. Claudia says, Curtis, you are so sexy. Finally, somebody read all the way through the title and recognized. Where was it? We're watching for Metal. There he is. Okay. Metal's Way. To me, it's funny how VP candidate J.D. Vance calls Kamala supporters childless cat ladies, and it's cool, but private citizen Mark Cuban calls female Trump supporters stupid, they cry. I don't like either of them. I don't like that kind of stuff. I didn't see a lot of, I don't know what you mean by crying. I saw a lot of women who are closely related to Trump and his campaign on social media posting their resumes to prove that they're not unintelligent. But you don't have to tip me either. I don't approve of either one of those. I don't think he should be generalizing any group as childless cat ladies, and I don't think Cuban should be generalizing any group either. So, I mean, I'm not going to defend that. I don't like that. Meridian says, because what I've constantly heard from you is a lot of equivocation between both sides, as both have employed the same type of rhetoric. That's why I bring it. Where? Be specific. Where have I given equivocations on the way they conduct themselves? What are you even talking about? I don't like, we just got done talking about it. I don't like ridiculous rhetoric on either side. And I don't care if it's pro-Kamala, pro-Trump, anti-Trump, anti-Kamala. If you're going to come in and state something as fact and it's not a fact, I'm not ignoring it. And when you came in and you said, well, Trump just said he wants to line up a political opponent and have her executed, that is incorrect. That's not what he said. I don't know what more I can do for you than that. I've seen you do it in the comment section of your video. Give me an example. I can't respond to you on something if I don't know what I'm responding to, if you got just a vague generality. Christopher says, me personal, Kamala is the right pick. This decade has been bad enough without a Trump return. It was bad under him during the worst pandemic in ages. I don't fault anyone for feeling that it wasn't good under Trump. I don't think you can blame the fact that the pandemic took place on him. Now, you can have an issue with how he handled it. But, I mean, as far as the pandemic taking place, it didn't it was going to happen no matter who was president. Started in a lab in Wuhan. There's nothing we could do about that. Now, if you have an issue with how he handled it, that's something else.
Since you mentioned sports
Excuse me.
title, did you see
Sorry,
the
guys.
Dodgers capture their 8th World Series title?
The
I did,
collaboration
Sonic.
with HoloLive did some wonders for them.
Everybody
The
say
Olympics
that.
had to
That
send
was so
people
funny.
to the ball game.
That was funny.
The Dodgers to receive an anime opening protagonist power-up.
Well said, Hal. It is funny how after they had that HoloLive thing take place, they've just been on a tear. But I'm a Pittsburgh Pirates fan. Excuse me, sadly. But I've always rooted for the Yankees in the American League, like my second favorite team. So I wasn't pleased to see how that all went down, but the Yankees didn't deserve to win. I mean, they did not hit well at all with runners in scoring position. Then you got Garrett Cole not covering first base on what ended up being probably the most pivotal play in the series in Game 5. They didn't deserve it. Thank you again, Dr. Dirt. More memberships. I appreciate it. Go to sleep, sis. Can you say what the fuck? Yeah, what the fuck? Let's see. What do I think of the Brewers? Not a Brewers fan, but they're in the same division as my Pirates. Not that it ever matters to my Pirates never make a real run. The Brewers are one of those teams, too. It's got to be, I assume you're a Brewers fan, Austin. It's got to be frustrating. Because they're another team that'll have a really good regular season. And I know if I was a fan, you know, you're getting charged up. You're like, okay, this is it. And then they just fizzle right out in the playoffs. I know a lot about that being a Cowboys fan. Trust me. But yeah, thanks, Dr. Dirt.
I don't have an opinion either way, but I was secretly rooting for them due to the collab. It's just so funny.
That's cool. It was hilarious. Well, you guys know me and how much I enjoy the VTubers. I thought that was great. And the Dodgers aren't a team I dislike. I was just rooting for the Yankees because, again, they're my second favorite team. It's not like they lost to a team I can't stand. Dodgers won. And again, the Dodgers deserved it. The Yankees played like crap. Hey, Christopher. Doing good. Anonymous Prepper Channel says, ouch, the Pirates. I haven't seen them live since the John Rockets. Oh, well, we've got a record, Anonymous. A lot of people don't realize this, but the Pittsburgh Pirates hold a record not just for Major League Baseball. They hold a record for all major American sports, which would be baseball, football, hockey, basketball. All major American professional sports, the Pirates have had the longest consecutive losing seasons of any team in history. I think that deserves applause. I believe the number was 21 years. I think it was 21 years. It's kind of impressive if you think about it. It's not easy to do. Joe Brandonopolis says Corn Pop was a bad dude. Even more than Detroit. Yep. Is the OMG ruler? Yep. I think it was 21. I know they had the record. Still do. They finally, when was it? When did they break out of it? Mid to late 90s, I think they finally came out of it. And Dragon with a super chat. Thanks for the super chat, pal. Says people report on politics like Meltzer reports on wrestling, presenting opinion as fact. Absolutely. And again, in fairness, both sides do it. You got people that are honestly trying to make a living telling half-truths and just basically, getting some rage engagement and stuff like that. And again, it's 100% both sides. But that's why I say anything you see online, whether
I probably took some vodka with cola and be watching this show on Tuesday, Pennsylvania, deciding fate of the world, while people in Ukraine, Taiwan, Middle East are anxious in their seats. World is crazy, huh?
Oh, no doubt, Ashenman. World is so freaking crazy. And you're right. You're right about that. 100%.
Wow. YouTube. Once again, no notification.
Oh.
Big forehead cleft dick, 3-ball having penis loving hepatitis carrying cuck anyway. How is everyone?
That's a quality rant.
YouTube notifications. It's like waiting for a lunar eclipse, unpredictable and infuriating. But let's embrace this chaos. I'm doing splendidly wild,
Channeling my inner whirlwind of intensity.
How about you? Feeling like a treasure hunter on a caffeine rush.
That was, I got to give you that. That was a quality rant right there. That was well said. RJ says, do you have an NHL team? Mine's Pittsburgh. It's funny you say that, RJ. Not really. Hockey's not something I ever followed. The extent I follow it is I try and watch some of the sports shows, Everyday Sports Center or something, just to stay up. And I watch when they give the hockey results and things of that nature. Oh, she's trying to tell me to insert ads. But I don't follow it closely. However, that said, I think it was just because of being a Pirates fan from when I was young. I'd always lean towards the Penguins, yes. So it's funny you say that. But I don't follow it closely. I couldn't really tell you much about it. It was a fandom to the extent when I watch the results and stuff, I look for Pittsburgh to do well. Damien says, the Dragon, yeah, that's pretty much everything online now. 100%. 100%. And he's right. And for those who don't follow wrestling, Dave Meltzer is a wrestling reporter. And I'm obviously Dragon's not a big fan. I am not a big fan of his either.
You have such a way with words, Nick Cage. If it was me, I would have simply said, I'm feeling very cash money, my broski, or something stupid.
Yeah, but we like the way you make your point, Sonic. We like them. Let's see. Asherman says, hope MAGA doesn't try to riot again if they lose. I hope neither side riots. I think no matter, as I said, no matter which side wins, the other side's going to protest, and hopefully it just stays to protest and not cross over into riot. But as I told you guys in that video, and I mean this sincerely, no matter who wins or loses, just be careful in your lives, because I do think everything is so heated right now and so vitriolic. I do think after the election, you're going to see lots of pockets of flare-ups, of people having at each other and stuff. And so I say this just as a word of warning, just, always be aware of where you are, because it could happen anywhere. I think the analogy I use is just like in a market. You can just be doing your shopping, mind your own business, and you never know when it's all of a sudden going to take off. Can we talk about the pussy? GLaDOS really likes the pussy. Wow.
Pussy.
That's a lot of love, GLaDOS. A lot of
Why
love.
is it that I obviously love big boobies?
Oh,
I also happen
me
to
too.
love tall women with dark hair, thick thighs, and a nice dump truck. I've said multiple times I like tall women. Does that make me gay? Certainly I can't be a pussy magnet like Braxton or Spaz Kid. Homie allegedly fucked all the hottest women in Italy, Spain, Germany, and Russia. Chill Brax.
I know, he's got to calm down. I was going to say leave some for the rest of us, but I wasn't going to get any anyway. So Gio, thanks for the super chat, pal. Says, I'm here for the sticky stuff. Nice. Good old sticky stuff. ZZ says, Curtis, you watched the Vince McMahon documentary on Netflix? I've only seen episode 1. I got to get back to it. It was good. It's just that, I guess, being a fan as I am, there was nothing new in it, nothing I didn't know. But I would like to see the rest of it. I just got to remember to sit down and make time to watch it. Prepper Channel says, Tom Jones for Pussy 2024. Tom Jones got other pussy. Wait a second. Was it Tom Jones? There was one musical artist, 70s or 80s, I want to say 70s, that used to write some songs that were creepy as fuck if you really listen to them. I think it might have been Tom Jones. And I can remember I was just, I don't know if I was a kid at that time. Well, late teens, that's a kid. And I remember even thinking, why are people listening to this and like rocking out to this? Is creepy shit. He would be talking about high school girls and stuff, and I'll have to figure it out. I I don't want to blame it on him if it wasn't him. I want to say it was Tom Jones. There's one in specific. If I could get the lyrics into my head, I could look it up and see who did it.
Wow, GLaDOS really likes kitty cats.
Yeah, that's what she's talking about.
You're
That's
not even bothering to correct
GLaDOS
Patrick
likes
anymore.
kitty
Are
cats.
you Hal?
No.
Hold on, guys. Hold on for this. I'm going to see if I can find this song. I remember some of the lyrics. I just remember as a kid even thinking, what the hell is... I remember this because this is the lyric that really got me thinking, ugh. See if this finds it. Oh, I take it back. It wasn't Tom Jones, so I want to take that away. Sorry about that time. It was Mac Davis. Let me see.
A show is 2 + 2 is 4.
It's called, I can't play it because we'll get hit on the stream. If you guys want to see what I'm talking about, I'm sure this is it. Search Mac Davis 2 + 2.
Right after school, we gonna do it some more.
Now, mind you, when he wrote this song, this man was a full grown-ass
Is
adult.
it as weird as Oingo Boingo's little girls?
Oh, I don't know that one. Oh, boy. I probably don't want to know that one, huh? I don't know about that one. Oh, yeah. We're just talking about, and I almost put on Tom Jones. I apologize. Is Mac Davis. That I just remember that song was popular too in the way back world. And I just remember listening to it going, this is a grown ass man. Why the hell are people thinking this is okay? But listen to that if you get a chance. OMG Roller says, I don't think Harris will win Georgia. No, I don't think so. I think Georgia and here in North Carolina, I think they both, just my opinion from what I've seen, I think they both go clearly to Trump. Other than that, Nevada probably too. But Wisconsin, Michigan, Pennsylvania,
Come here, Patrick. There's something I want to tell you
Arizona,
about. You see,
they're all up
when
in the air.
a woman and another woman love each other very much.
GLaDOS don't...
GLaDOS, please. He's too innocent to learn about that stuff.
Wait, no. I want to know what is she talking about.
Yeah, Patrick's just trying to learn. Iridian says, it's going to be a bit of a smartass here, but maybe... Oops, shit, jumped on me. Maybe we should consider telling Trump chill on the murderous rhetoric if we're afraid of another J6. Oh, I'm a big proponent of both sides taking the rhetoric down. Absolutely. Have been, again, not one side or the other, both sides taking the rhetoric down without a doubt. Without a doubt. Damien, thanks for super chat, pal.
About to become a man.
Hold on, read it in just a second. Oh, videos or it didn't happen. Damien says, my friend asked me which presidential candidate would leave us more screwed. I responded by saying, it's like asking if you want to die by Jason or Freddy. Excellent response, Damien. Excellent response. Yeah, I mean, I'm under no delusions. Trust me. Just because I'm voting for one of the candidates doesn't mean, A, that I like him, because I don't, or B, that I think he has my best interests at heart, because I don't think any national politician does. I think they're all full of shit. They're after power. That's what they want. And as far as worrying about us as individuals, come on, please. Gabriel says, Curtis, have you ever tried the one chip challenge yet? Be warned that chip might be hot, but you need milk to wash all that. No, I wouldn't try anything like that. I can't eat any spices. Turn me into a little bitch. Anything spicy at all. So I wouldn't even kid myself. I mean, you guys have seen video and heard stories of all the things I've lived through in my wrestling career, boxing career, all that stuff. And none of them would compare to how much pain I would be in if I ate something with 1/10 of the spice of one of those one chips. I can't handle spices at all. Biggest bitch you'll ever see for spices. Dr. Dirt, thanks for the super chat. Says, so did Kamala work at McDonald's or not? This is the biggest factor in who gets to be president, I decided. What I don't understand about that is and I don't even know where that stands anymore. Because again, I don't care who it's about. If it's about my candidate or the other candidate, that stuff doesn't matter to me. If she did lie about working at McDonald's, I really don't care. I think it's silly to lie about, but again, it's about policy. But the thing I don't understand is that somebody who did work for McDonald's at 16 years old, and I'm older than her, I still remember not only which McDonald's, but who my manager was, and a number of details about it, where it was. Why not just tell everybody which McDonald's it was? Did she tell everybody? I don't know, and I could be speaking out of turn here. Maybe she did. But it's just a weird thing to lie about, if it was a lie. But I mean, I worked for a McDonald's. It was in Vacaville, California. It was on what they called Hamburger Hill in Vacaville, and it was right on Interstate 80, which and Vacaville is right between Sacramento and San Francisco. So you get a lot of traffic into that McDonald's. And my manager's name was a guy named John Lamel. Loved him. Big dude.
A hardcore wrestler who
so
got
why
hit
didn't she
by
just give those
everything but
details?
The kitchen sink. Cries like a little girl at seeing a chili pepper.
Yep. Absolutely. I will readily admit to that. I cannot handle spices. I mean, and not just I don't like them. It's like intense pain to me. Unbelievable. No, I would never try a challenge like that. Meadows Away, thanks for the super chat. Says, how much do my Finns lose by versus Bills? I bet 24 easy. Yeah, I don't think it looks good. I don't think they get blown out. I feel bad for Tua. But yeah, I don't. The Bills are playing, when the Bills have themselves right, they're a tough team. I mean, certainly, Metal, if the Dolphins were to win that game, it's not like a monumental upset. But do I think they can win? Probably not. My concern for Tua is, and one of the few things I can speak on and almost from an level of expertise is concussions. Because I've had, we figure 11, 12 of them. He's always seemed like a really likable kid, Tua. And I worry about him because, man, the doctors told me, and it's true, when you get a concussion, it becomes easier to get more. On top of that, everybody is different to what level it takes to concuss them. Fortunately, because of my ridiculously, literally off the charts cranium size, without even realizing it, that was protecting me for a long time. And that last concussion Tua got, that was a stiff hit. But that really didn't look like your typical concussion blow where he did jam his neck, but he did it all in one motion into the body. Usually a concussion to that severity is a head snap. That's how your brain crashes in your skull. And the reason I bring that up is I think he's getting too susceptible.
President of the United States without having worked at McDonald's. In the grim darkness of the fast food future, working at McDonald's is not a prerequisite for leadership. The Imperium requires only loyalty
and strength.
Similarly, to become a president, one must meet constitutional requirements and gain public support. Leadership isn't solely based on flipping burgers, but on the strategic decision-making and representation of the people. Stay vigilant
and caffeinated. Well said. I forgot to watch. Did anybody answer that? Did she ever say which McDonald's it was? I don't even know. And again, I'll be perfectly fair, and that's not my candidate, but I don't give a shit if she worked at McDonald's or not, and I don't care if she lied about it. I think it was a silly thing to lie about, but should it affect her status as a candidate for president of the United States? No. Oh, really? Zuchen says, I heard that the one chip is banned and that someone died eating it. It wouldn't shock me if somebody did. I mean, I'll guarantee you my reaction to it would be just unreal. It would put me in so much pain. I don't know that I'd be able to breathe.
To be fair, Trump also lied about working in a McDonald's. He just thought ahead enough to film himself lying.
And I know Lix is making a joke through GLaDOS there, but that was funny. Some of the media, and don't get me wrong, a lot of the people that said this were doing it tongue in cheek, but some of the media acted like they, and this is why I have no respect for the media, acted like they were outing Trump by saying that was a publicity stunt. He didn't really work there. It was a setup. It was like, no shit. Did they really think that we thought Trump went through the whole process and put in his application at McDonald's and, sat through the Ronald McDonald orientation and everything? Of course he didn't really work there. It was 100% a publicity stunt. Wasn't really a garbage man either. I was for many years, proud of it. But he wasn't.
I would never get a concussion. See how many times I headbutt a TV screen just to get 10 rings? Or a one-up.
That's
or a shield. Or a speed shoes.
Are you done?
That's true, Sonic.
Or temporary invincibility.
Sonic's got a point there. He might have been able to buck. Oh, now what are we doing, guys? Oh, we lagging? Bucked the concussion train better than I did. What the hell is that about? Come on. Don't screw around with us, YouTubes. Mintman, thank you for the super chat, pal. Says, Curtis, I'll ask you a question you probably already answered. Who's taking this election?
They ain't us.
That's correct. Guys, what's going on now? What the hell is happening? Are you guys, is the signal okay for you guys? My studio just crashed. Everything okay? You're not lagging. So it is. It's YouTube. It's the YouTube studio. The YouTube studio just started going batshit on me here. And then it just crashed. Unfortunately, when I refreshed it, it was fine. Ah, Jesus Christ. Oh, good. Okay. As long as you guys aren't getting it, that's all I care. I thought for sure we had just lost the whole stream. I was just gonna. Oh, and I wanted to, who's that's what it was. Thank you, Mintman. Who's taking this election right now? As I said, and I was gonna say if I was a betting man, but I am. I'm a numbers guy. I would give Trump a slight edge. And I'll tell you why. It's not just because I voted for Trump. I mean, I think he's got Georgia. I think he's got North Carolina. I think he's got Nevada. I do believe this election all comes down to Pennsylvania. And the only reason I'm giving him a slight edge is I think that the early vote is the best potential teller of how things will unfold, and even that's not infallible because we don't know how many people voted early, how much that cut into each party's election day vote. So we don't know that for a fact. But looking at those numbers, I think that Trump is going to do enough better on election day that he probably takes Pennsylvania, and that gives it to him. But again, if I had to put percentages on it, I'd put it at like 54-46. Not saying Trump wins by 8 points. I'm saying the percentages of him winning it all. And when you say 54-46, you're basically saying coin toss anyway. Yes. Oh, that was a big one too. OMG Ruler's right. There has been a big surge in Republican registration. And you never know just because somebody's a Republican that they voted for the Republican candidate. But when they went out of their way to register, they probably did.
With the people causing the ruckus. Maybe throw a giant party. You know, like a big old let's all chill out bash
with pizza,
titties, and beer. That'll get folks to put down the torches and turds and join in on the fun.
I like Jill. You know what I liked about that? You guys listen to that when Peter said that.
Tell me the truth. I'm not scared to tell you the truth. Okay. I'm nervous for you right now.
I love Gordon. Peter said that like pizza titties are a separate thing. He didn't put the comma in there. So I want to know what pizza titties are, because that's two things I absolutely love. There's got to be a Rule 34 on pizza titties somewhere. So Gio, thanks for the super chat, pal. Says Trump could either win by a close margin or a landslide, but I don't see Kamala winning by a landslide. I can't argue with that one, because that was my take too. That's where I think it is. Peter. Just from the numbers, that's where I think it is too. I can absolutely see Kamala winning. Now, when I say landslide, I'm not saying that she can't get a substantial amount of electoral college votes. I'm saying I see her winning it by the swing states by small margins. Whereas because of the early voter turnout, if Trump does as well on election day as they have in the past, if that hasn't eaten into that election day totals, then I could see him winning comfortably. But that's a lot of ifs right there. Damien says, I don't know how Tangio works. I was trying to make a joke in Ramsey's voice. Somebody here can give you details, Damien. I don't use them either.
You can't have a fuck the election. Let's all get chill with it. Party without the weed. And maybe a little bit of crack, too. But not too much crack. Where people start thinking again.
Yeah. Well said, GLaDOS. There's got to be guidelines and limitations. I agree. OMG Roller says, if Trump loses, people lost a lot of bets.
Curtis, for believing in me. It really makes me happy.
Sometimes these things have the way that the inflections of the voice are funny. Now, like Trump's there. He trailed off and so on and so sweet. That makes me happy. That's almost creepy when I know it's just coincidence, but when it happens like that. I'll tell you the betting lines, like Polymarket, have come back hard towards Kamala. But for me, I never put a lot into the betting markets because they are just that, betting markets. And these guys are playing odds and percentages, trying to get the best return for their buck. So when you give somebody enough odds to go a different way, they're going to go the other way. And a lot of people believe in them. I don't think they're a great indicator. Oh, there.
The pinned post.
Hal has given specific directions on how to do that on the text-to-speech.
Search for Gordon Ramsay. 3. Then write what you want him to say.
There you go. Thank you, Hal. I appreciate that. Anonymous Prepper Channel says, I got a good one for you, Curtis. What's your thoughts on World War III? Do you think it's already happening or going to? I don't think it is. If that's open-ended, do I think it'll happen someday? Unfortunately, probably. Right now, of course, the thing we have to be, as far as World War III, I think the thing most concerning would be Israel and Iran. Because Iran has said that they are going to levy a huge strike against Israel in retaliation for Israel's latest strike. And Israel has said, if you do that, we're taking out your nuclear facilities. And do I think it's going to happen? No. Would I put that at better than 50-50? No. Do I think it possibly could happen? Unfortunately, yeah. Austin says, from what I can tell from here in Wisconsin, I would give it to Trump. Could, maybe not. She could still win the state. The state, I think, Kamala, because as I said, I think Trump gets Georgia, North Carolina, Nevada. I think Michigan's going to be a tough pull for Trump, too, in fairness to Kamala. I think she's pretty solid there. Dr. Durr, thanks for the super chat, pal. Says, have you been keeping up with UFC? I'm still recovering from Max getting KO'd. All right, Goku, let's go. Wait, is he here? As long as he's not here, yeah, I'll say let's go. I don't keep up as much as I should, Dr. Dirt. And I love UFC, and haven't been keeping up. Big old titties. Now we're talking. Bender knows everything. It's gotten to where I'll watch any fight. So if UFC is on, when I have time to watch TV and I come across it, I sit and I watch the fight. I don't even care who's fighting. But I haven't been following it as close as I would like to. So I was a huge boxing fanatic forever, and boxing kind of shot itself in the foot. And then when they came out with the first UFCs, the Hoist Gracie UFCs and everything, I was hooked right away, and I just haven't kept up with that as much as I would like to. S-Wine says, I'm just sad about how divided everything is. Yeah, it's, as I've said, guys, I've been around for a long time, and even back to the days of the hippies and the conservatives.
Shit, I think that's Goku. You're fucked, Curtis.
Thanks for being happy about it, Sonic.
Ya sabes, realmente deberíamos matar a Donald Trump y a Kamala Harris en la vida real. Y ni siquiera necesito hacerlo en Minecraft, ya que de todos modos no puedes entenderlo.
All I know from that, GLaDOS, was you threw in Minecraft in there so I can get an idea of what you said. Richard said, just got here. Who do you think is winning? Yeah, we were just talking about Richard. Very, very slight edge, I think. And this is just my numbers prediction. Very slight edge to Trump. I think he's got a little bit of an edge in the majority of swing states.
I've never been so fucking embarrassed.
Oh, no. I can tell. Gordon.
That sounded kind of hot, not gonna lie.
I like that Hal
Curtis, I
can understand hotness. Oh, that's true too. Come on, Goku, leave me alone. I ain't do nothing. Hey, listen, Goku, if you're gonna fight, go fight Saitama and finally put that to rest for everybody, so we can stop having to hear that conversation and have nerds ready to kill each other over it. Metal says, if you want absolutely fun boxing, check out Vasily Lomachenko. Dude is insane. This guy, I've seen him. Yeah, agreed, Metal. Agree. I've seen it. And even then, it's never I get to see his actual fights, but I've seen a lot of clips of him on YouTube. Crazy hands. Crazy hands. Spike says, Sporticus solo DBZ. Good old Sporticus. That show was weird. But it was cool, and it had a lot of cool characters. ZZ Gaming says, if you were in charge, Curtis, what would you do to reduce inflation? I'll be perfectly honest with you. Economics is currently, I think, not that I'm super well versed in anything, but my weakest area. To curb inflation, if I were president, I'll tell you exactly what I'd do. I'd be setting aside at least half a day to get all the best economists from around the country of both political persuasions, so you're not just hearing one side or the other, to come in and brief the shit out of me and tell me what we should do and try and figure it out from there. That's what kills me about presidents. If you're president of the United States, and I don't care which party you're from, you have access to the greatest minds in the world.
I'm going to fucking
Why not take advantage of it? Fucking bomb inflation. Well, there you go. Donald's going to nuke it.
You can put real footage of Goku beating Saitama's ass. Or vice versa. I'm not giving my opinion. You can put that right in front of their faces, and they'll just say, fake.
And the way I like the way Sonic said that too. You're probably right too.
I just love Latinas, Hal.
Wait, what?
Adios, amigo.
Wow. This Hal and GLaDOS thing is deep. That's a special something they got there. MM says several media outlets reporting Iran is going to retaliate against Israel from Iraq, possibly using Shia militias to carry out strike. I would believe that. If we believe what Iran said, I'm sorry, what Israel said, they feel like they've neutralized Iran's anti-aircraft defense. So I'm not sure. I don't know. If that's true, why?
Oof, that's what Shadow
maybe
said
they
to
should
me too.
step back for a little while. Oh, I didn't hear all that. I got to play that one again.
Oof, that's what Shadow said to me, too.
Oh, that's what Shadow said to me, too. Excuse me, guys. With the Grain says, I think the most concerning is China-Taiwan. Oh, that's absolutely a concern. I don't think Iran has the capacity or the desire to start a world war. China wants to destroy international liberalism and everything the U.S. stands for. Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah, China into Taiwan could easily kick off World War III. Oh, good point. Good point, Bender Rodriguez. MM says, I believe Israel is overstating the effects of the attack. Otherwise, Iran would have been deterred. Yeah, you wonder.
It's totally not because I hit a bomb on him and told him to vote for me.
Oh, thank you for clearing that up, Mr. President. Could be, MM. Yeah, if what Israel has claimed is true, I mean, to me, Iran's insane not to back off. If you don't have, or even if your ability to defend against the sky has been damaged, why would you push this at this moment? Because you know they're going to respond again. And if you can't do anything to stop it. Right, Christopher says not just historically, but how valuable Taiwan is. I agree. And a lot of people have been saying for some time that China, well, I think it's obvious that China is just waiting for what they feel is the perfect opportunity. That, yes, I agree 100%. If China decides to make that move, that could very easily be the kickoff.
To hell with these political parties. I'm going to start my own with hookers and blackjack.
Hookers, that avoid. Now we go. And that, if I run for president, it's going to be on Bender's party then. I love blackjack.
Bender, she said.
Hookers are always a positive. Latinas, very important. Oh yeah, there's going to be more gaming streams, Kylor. Oh, I'm glad you brought that up. Guys, for those of you who were in for that Silent Hill 2 stream where we had all the problems, I may have corrected them, and I'm so disgusted with myself. Because I got looking into it after, and all of a sudden, as tends to happen with me, it dawned on me, it should have been the very first thing that I looked at, and it was pretty much the last. Sajil says, y'all ready for Obama's fourth term in office? Sounded like I don't have junk. Oh, yeah, that's a problem. A lot of people feel, well, I got to say Obama deserves to have influence, but Chrome, I went out and checked, and I was like 3 updates behind on my graphics card's driver. I don't know how, because I had it set to automatically update, and it got turned off. So now I have upgraded the graphics driver,
I'm sorry,
and we'll see what happens. Or updated it. I'm sorry, man. I mean, I can't believe I didn't look at that first thing. Knowing that it was Streamlabs that was crashing for no reason. Duh. The first thing you would be thinking is, okay, should have been thinking, is the graphics card malfunctioning. Oh, Jill says we never brought that graphics driver update yesterday. Jill, I was so annoyed with myself. Just because, again, as we're diagnosing it, we're basically saying that, okay, it's like anything that's displayed on, or everything that's displayed on the screen is glitching. It's not just the game, it's my camera. Streamlabs is having trouble continuing, and this is a program I've been using for years, all of a sudden is having problems sending out or handling what's coming in. Duh. The first thing I should have looked at was my graphics card. It was pretty dumb. Dr. Dirt says we should be pretty well off with 3 whole updates. Yeah, I mean, that was... And again, as far as it being out of date, I can excuse myself for that because, again, I had it turned on. I don't know what happened. But not thinking of that when it was, and again, that may not even cure it, but I'll tell you this. This was really interesting about it. I played it a little after I updated the graphics card, and there were no issues, but I didn't play that long. However, immediately my controller started using the vibration mode again, and I hadn't even thought about it. The whole time we were playing, it never vibrated. And now with the graphics card updated, all of a sudden it was vibrating. So in other words, things were working as they were supposed to. Plus, I did notice had James, and I was running around town. You were seeing his reflection in the mirror, in the windows and stuff, and I wasn't seeing that before. I'm hoping that's all it is. We'll see next time we play. Beaches says, some of my foreign YouTubers I had to recently unsubscribe because they told me how to vote. Why do they care? Yeah, see, I don't try. I don't believe in that. I don't try and tell anybody how to vote. I love having political conversation. I'm glad to tell you guys how I'm going to vote, but everybody's got to do what they feel is right for themselves. But when we can have good policy conversations, I think that just, if you have good policy conversations, that's what opens people up to maybe voting the same way you do. And if not, that's fine too.
Curtis, you forgot to update your graphics card drivers. 3 consecutive updates too.
Yeah.
How'd you let it get this far?
it was bad, Hal.
So bad. What were you thinking?
Oh no, Hal is scolding you.
Yeah, I know. What the hell, Sonic? Tell him to calm down a little bit, bro. Yeah, I don't know how the auto updates got turned off on it. But I was sitting there trying different things here and there, and it's like, well, the graphics card's got to be all right, doesn't it? And so you got to look. Yeah, I call up my NVIDIA panel, and oh, well. Austin says, Wisconsin's referendum question for this election is just to clarify whether anyone who wants to vote has to be 18 or older, yes or no. But of course, phrased the worst way possible. Was it, Austin? Our referendum was on, what was it? Having to have ID to vote, which we already have to have here in North Carolina anyway. Excuse me. New Killer says, Duke 2025 National Champs Basketball. Yeah? I like NCAA basketball. I don't follow it as close, well, I was going to say as NCAA football, but I don't follow anything as closely as I do NCAA football. That's my vibe. That's my sport. Yeah, well, what we'll do, Chrome, when we start playing again, if everything does seem to be running well, I can't guarantee that fixed it, but you would certainly think it would have a lot to do with it. If that did fix it, then we'll go back through on our settings. But as I said, just that little bit I played after I updated it, it immediately struck me because I would walk by one of the shops and I would see my reflection, and I hadn't seen that before.
Between a used car with a questionable history and a brand new model that might just be a lemon. You know, both options are like my Meg's cooking questionable. But you're still kind of curious about how it might turn.
That's not a bad analogy at all, Peter. That's pretty deep. Excuse me. Excuse me, guys. Chrome says, by the way, Ridley Scott just confirmed he's working on a new Alien film. So that's potentially 2 new Alien films, a sequel to Isolation and a TV show in the works. Holy shit. Well, that the recent movie did so well. Makes sense. CJP says, I commented on a recent video saying that I might not vote, and almost immediately had someone telling me to vote for Kamala. I voted for Trump out of spite for that guy. Yeah, see, I don't... for me, if I see something like that, I like to have... I would approach that more as, why don't you think you want to vote? Just so you could have a political conversation. But, I don't know. That's just... Telling people how to vote is just... It's not me. I figure if people want my opinion, if for whatever reason they respect my opinion, they'll ask. And I'll tell them my opinion. Or they can watch some of our videos where we give our opinions. Visual FX Guy says, I'd like to see Alien versus Sexual Predator where the Xenomorph takes on P. Diddy. I would pay for it. I would go see that one in theaters. I'm not waiting for that one to stream. I'm I'm gonna pay the big bucks and get right down to the theater and see it. Chrome says, I liked Alien Romulus. I went in the film a bit worried because of Disney, but no, it turned out well, and it's done over 4.5 times its budget. I'm cautiously optimistic for a sequel. That's awesome. That's awesome. I like to see it do well. Now I'm gonna have to tell you guys specifically over at the Goosh too at our Patreon. Whenever I'm away, I always make videos ahead of time and everything, so you guys hopefully don't even notice any difference in the way things go.
Trump's like that guy at the bar who thinks he can still pull off a mullet at 60, loud, flashy, and always ready to take a shot. But then there's Harris, who's like that one friend who always shows up to the party with a salad and thinks it makes them the responsible one. Newsflash, lady. We all know. We're here for pizza, titties, and beer.
Peter's pretty deep. Peter should be a political analyst. Oh, Lex says, I don't know what you guys are talking about, but I have pizza right now, so you guys are jealous. God damn it, Lex. I told my wife we could grab something out for dinner tonight because it's just the two of us. And I told her, you just decide what you want and I'll go get it. But now I might, because of you guys talking about it and my love for pizza, I might have to start hedging my bets and trying to push her gently that direction. That's another thing. With the price of groceries now, that's what I've been telling my wife. There's a lot of places we can go out and grab food to bring home
And he keeps
where it
calling
costs
them
us less than it
pizza
does to
Now, I'm curious as well.
go out and buy food. Yeah, I want to know about the pizza titties.
Analyst.
Fine. Analist. Not bad, Peter. Not bad. Metal says, "Looks, how dare you? I had pizza yesterday. Now I'm jealous." Yeah, she got my wheels spinning that way too. That's no exaggeration, and I mean, I'm not 100% honest with you guys. I could eat pizza every day, and I wouldn't get tired of it. I freaking love pizza. Dr. Drish says Baki isn't that bad. Was somebody? Are you telling me that generally, or did somebody mention something about it, Dr. Dirt? It's if it weren't for the fights, I might have tried to tap out on it. I like the fights, but the writing is just so bad. And the thing that disappoints me about it is, well, you guys know, any of you guys who watch a lot of the reactions, what I love about a great fight is the build-up, because I talk about it all the time, especially in One Piece, shows like that. It's like, man, the battle with Kaido, it was all set up so well. The story leading into it made you really care. And with Baki, it's just like, okay, here's this guy's ridiculous abilities, and now you get some ridiculous abilities too. You guys fight, and I like being more invested in the fights. Chrome says, so you'll be away for a while. Oh, that's what I was starting to say. Thank you, Chrome. Just a few days. I can't talk too much about it because it's a surprise what I'm doing. And it's unlikely but possible somebody could stumble across a stream or a video or a posting. So I'll tell you guys more about it when it's actually here. Cake or pie? Oh, man, Beaches. Vote now, Beaches says. I'm a fat guy. I love both. As long as I could have whipped cream or a la mode, I'll go with pie by a sliver. Get it? A sliver of pie. That's really funny. Retro Gaming Simplicit says, how are you, my good sexy man? There, somebody else recognized the sexiness. Thank you. S. Wank says, seeing all the shows that mess up the writing at some point just make me appreciate Breaking Bad all the more. I'm just constantly floored by the writing in Breaking Bad. Constantly. OMG Roller says, Chinese food or Japanese food? For me, Chinese. I'm not big on a lot of different varieties of either. That actually sounds good too, though, Chinese food. But I love... Beef fried rice. I love beef fried rice, and I really enjoy Chinese sweet and sour chicken. Retro Gaming says favorite holiday pie flavor. It's very specific. My mom's pumpkin pie. She makes pumpkin pie. I don't know where she came up with this recipe all those decades ago, but it's different than any other I've had. And of course, my mom now, she's in an assisted living center, and she has dementia. So of course she's not making pies anymore, but she made sure to pass the recipe down to my sister, and my sister makes it the exact same way for us when we have Thanksgiving. So if we can be that specific, it's my mom's pumpkin pie. In general, it's tough to beat a really good blueberry pie. Moms always have the best food. Yeah. Real. Well, it's interesting for me, real OG Sire, because my mom was a good cook. I'm not going to go over the top and, she wasn't the best cook I've ever known. She was a good old school 50s mom cook. And she had some things that were exceptional, that pumpkin pie being one of them. Now, until I met my wife, I thought that Italian cooking was Chef Boyardee. Can opener. It makes that fart sound when you pop it in the pan and you turn the burner on. So I've grown a whole new level of appreciation for Italian food since I met my wife. Oh, no. Chrome says, oh, wow, Tim Walsh just called Elon gay. Why are these... Oh... Why are they trying to sabotage themselves? Both sides.
I think we're
Why are they trying to sabotage themselves?
The Iranian regime is fragile. Russia is stuck in a quagmire in Ukraine.
Fair.
In a decade or so, we'll for the first time have Chinese leadership that didn't grow up in the insanity of the Great Leap Forward. If we can just hold things together, I truly think we could be heading to a bright future big. If, though...
That's well stated. You know what? Everything you say is 100% true.
Platforming mascot Gex. The gecko
that was well said.
Crossover because he found the joys of streaming platforms. And he is binging Breaking Bad too.
Oh, really? Oh, it's Sonic. It's so freaking good. Oh, I love that show. So glad we're able to get back to it, the Goose. Man, it's just one chilling surprise after another. Hold on, let me check Chrome's link. I can't believe this happened. Oh, wrong one. Gotta go over here. Open that new window.
Say that guy, if you're a billionaire, Elon Musk, for example, say that guy got it. Michigan knows that word. Look, that dude got a tax cut. If you're a billionaire, Elon Musk, for example, say that guy got it. Michigan knows that.
Are there any politicians who can go more than a few minutes?
How dare Tim
Why are they all
call
such
Elon gay, insulting the gays by comparing them to Elon? Like that is so rude.
And, I know you're semi making a joke there, Gladys, but you're right. I mean, that saying something like that doesn't work. I think he meant to say guy, but anyway, saying something like that doesn't work on a number of levels. And that's one of those levels. Maybe gay dudes don't want to be clumped in with Elon. Did you ever think of that, Tim? But in fairness, just from that first listen, I think he meant to say guy and he was stammering. But then I think he played off the fact that he had said it incorrectly and said, oh, you know about it in Michigan. That wasn't good. If I'm hearing everything right, he should have just said sorry. Sometimes my tongue fell off, that type of thing. I don't know. And politicians generally have no idea how to be normal humans.
I'm gonna do that now.
Just take.
Hal, you're gay.
Okay.
Hey.
Huh. That wasn't the result I expected.
Hal's like, cool. Hal's chill. Sajil, thanks for the super chat. This is coming from Tampon Tim. Yeah. It's true though, guys, isn't it? It's sad how many, and there are some prominent national politicians here in America that are decent speakers, but very, very few. So many, just, it's like they can't think those couple nanoseconds ahead before something really stupid comes out. They and then they want to try and grab it back after it did. At least Biden's got the excuse that he's 81, 82, or whatever years old. But the rest, and I think Walls' problem, Walls gets too hyper, and all politicians try and put on the front you want them to see, all of them. So I'm just pointing his out specifically. He's trying so hard to be seen as everyman, just this cool dude, with the hunting video and photos, and then the picture of him gaming. Why not just be who you are? Why? And this is to all of them. We're picking on Walls because he just came up, but this is to all of them. Just be who you are, and let us decide from there if we want to vote for you or not. Chrome says Elon responded to the comment, by the way. I have no problem with being called gay, to be honest. There you go. And it did sound to me like he meant to say guy, but then if that was the case, he screwed up by addressing having said gay, because then it makes it sound like that's what he meant, which is stupid as hell. The easiest thing, you stammer, you stutter. I do that all the time. I'll say a word will dribble out of my mouth without the letter arrangement that I intended. And so you address it, you go, that's not what I meant to say, that type of thing. And then you correct yourself. Don't run with it, especially if you're a politician. I'll say that. I've been a straight guy all my life. Somebody calls me gay, I don't care. I mean, you're wrong in the sense that I don't prefer having sex with dudes, but it's not really that big an insult. I've had too many people that are really close to me over there, and still have too many people that are very close to me that are gay. What? It's not as far as I'm concerned, it's not if you're trying to insult me with it, you're going to fail. Who cares? You're gay. Okay. I'm always in for a new adventure. Yeah, he's too confident with his misspeaks. That's what it seemed like, Austin. Right. Because in fairness to him, I think he misspoke and he meant to say guy. But don't then address the fact that you said gay, because that gives the other side all kinds of ammo.
It's a compliment. I mean, they got style, they got flair.
Truth.
And half of M got better taste in furniture than I'll ever have.
Truth. For me, all the way down the line.
If you're insulting someone for being gay, it just says more about you than it does about them.
Couldn't agree with you more. Yeah, 100%. Wow, Peter is on point today. Nacho, thanks for the super chat, pal. Says, I want to be a politician just to debate for ethical cannibalism on a national stage. I'll be escorted out, but it'll be funny, so it's worth it. That last phrase, Nacho, but it'll be funny, so it's worth it, has been a cornerstone of my life. I couldn't tell you how many times, right from elementary school up until this day, I've gotten in trouble because it was going to be funny. It'll be worth it.
Fucking know I am, babe.
Damn it! Why isn't this working?
Tell him, GLaDOS. But yes, if I do it, I'm going to get in trouble. But if I do it, it's going to be funny. It's never a tough call for me. We're going with the funny, and I'll deal with the consequences. Even if I'm the only one who thinks it was funny. Damien says, being called gay is a child insult. That's like one of those things where once I went into high school, the ones who call you gay are just lame people trying to... Yeah, I mean... And I mean this genuinely. I don't understand how people think that's a brutal diss. You're gay. Oh, no. Oh, no, what will I do? Oh, go get a boyfriend. That's what I'll do.
I would like to have it known. I only said it as a joke. Don't cancel me, bro.
Yeah, there you go. Always got to have that disclaimer in there, Sonic. Well played. Chrome says, okay, then if it doesn't offend you, you're gay and like mayo. I didn't say mayonnaise doesn't offend me. I said gay doesn't. You take that back. Not the gay part, the mayo part. Listen, Chrome, I've got lines that can't be crossed. Gabriel says, which fast food is better, McDonald's or Burger King? Vote now. Oh, me, BK. Every once in a while, I want some McDonald's fries, and I'll go there, but Burger King's menu I like a lot better. That one's not close for me.
He literally has a boyfriend.
Fair. Very fair. I like how we're airing out all the Sonic family dirty laundry here, too. That's kind of cool. KFC or Popeyes? 6 one, half dozen another, because neither one of them are my favorites. I like Zaxby's chicken better. Oh shit, there's another one too. Oh, the other place won't come to me. It's right. It's only a couple miles from my house. Shit, I just had it the other night too. But yes, neither one of them are a favorite. I haven't been to KFC. I couldn't tell you how long. And Popeyes, like, again, it's okay to me. But with some of the other fast food chicken being so much better, I rarely would go to either one of those two. I'd find something else. Oh, why can't I think of what that other chicken place is? Cheesecake or lemon pie? Lemon pie. I can't eat cheesecake anymore just because I'm old. And as I've gotten older, certain foods just don't set well for me. Just churn my stomach. Cheesecake's one of them. But in fairness, even when I could eat it, I like lemon pie better.
No further.
No further. That's well said. That's the perfect voice. Dr. Dirt, thanks for super chat, pal. Says, so why is Mike Tyson fighting Jake Paul? I'm actually interested in that, Doc. I'm interested in that one. My prediction is I think Tyson's going to beat the shit out of him. Unless Jake's gotten a lot better since his last fight. Jake Paul, whether I like him or not, kid's a good athlete. Strong kid. But you can't throw those sloppy looping punches he's been throwing in all his fights against Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson is going to be in. If Tyson's real, and I think he is really committed to beating him up, Tyson's going to be in. He throws one of those looping punches. Tyson will be up in his chest and beating the shit out of him inside so fast. Even at 57, people say, oh, at 57, you can't do this, can't do that. Yes, you can.
That's like putting a pit bull against an angry poodle. I mean, why is Tyson even doing this? Did he run out of fidgets to train? Or did he just decide he wants to make a meme out of Jake Paul's face?
The last thing, Peter, I think. That last part. And again, I may be wrong, but I don't.
Why do you expose me like this?
You
I don't think
changed
so.
his whole demeanor, Knuckles.
Sonic getting called out. Being 63 myself, I can tell you, yeah, absolutely. Your speed slows down, reaction time slows down. But you're talking about slowing down from somebody who is heavyweight champion of the world and dominant. Even him at 65% of what he used to be is still going to beat the shit out of the vast majority of not only people, but a big hunk of professional fighters. Chocolate or vanilla ice cream? That, for me, depends on the mood, FX guy. If I had to pick only one to have, it would probably be chocolate. But I like both. That just depends on what mood I'm in. Kyle says, I got a joke for you. I read that giraffes can grow up to 18 feet, but the ones I've seen only have 4. Oh. That's a quality groaner right there. I love a good groaner joke. Beaches, pick your last meal. Pizza from, I always forget the name of the restaurant, but the, yep, that perfectly played, Big Green. From the pizza restaurant at Epcot in Disney World. That would be my last meal. Oh, and I don't care for strawberry with the grain. That was always my mom's vibe. My mother loved strawberry ice cream so much. That was her thing. Anything strawberry. She liked strawberry ice cream, strawberry shortcake, anything like that. Hey, Edgar. Good old Epcot, yeah. That pizza's so good, Edgar.
That's even worse than being gay.
Oh, yeah. Being French would be an issue. Being gay, not so much, yeah. Chrome says your wife is getting you McDonald's tonight, by the way. It's the fish sandwich with mayo. Oh, and your favorite cheese, American style. Chrome, why are you being mean to me? I don't have to worry about that one, though, Chrome. She hates McDonald's. Despises it. So that one I'm safe from. I don't know enough about Yu-Gi-Oh, Charlie, really, to have a favorite card. Although I will say, I spent a significant amount of money on Blue Eyes White Dragons cards when Brax was little. Didn't even know why I was buying them, but that was something he wanted. Chrome says, mean, I'm just being considerate of your health. Mayo is good. No, isn't mayo loaded with fat? I mean, I don't know. I don't pay that much attention to mayo because it tastes disgusting. That's true. I'll learn a lot about Pokemon soon. True, Chrome. Not surprised with the E. coli scare recently. Well, that's what I said, Christopher. I had mentioned that in a video the other day. McDonald's is Teflon. They have that E. coli scare. One person died, 75 sick. And then their CFO is out there saying they did not see any dip whatsoever in sales, and they don't expect to. McDonald's is so ingrained in this society that I think they can put whatever they want in those burgers, and it ain't gonna matter. Chrome says, honestly, as long as you store it right and don't go overboard, it's not that bad. Oh, that stuff just... and you guys know how vile and disgusting I find American cheese. But on that chart, American cheese is here, grosser than anything else except for mayo, which is right here. Oh, ugh. It's human meat, Curtis. Fortune Elsewhere says, Soylent Green is people. Now, typically, if I say Soylent Green is people, not a lot of people would get that reference because that's so old. But you guys are also good at trivia and things of that nature. I'm sure you guys got it. He's back, yeah. Hold on, I missed Sonic's.
More like E collateral damage.
Oh, E. Well said, Sonic. Well played. Soylent Green is iconic. Is it, Chrome? People still know about it? Oh, coleslaw is pretty gross too, Licks. We're 100% together there. The only person I know that really liked coleslaw, in my personal circle of friends and family, was my father. Oh, coleslaw is, yeah, that's nasty. Nasty, nasty. I don't think there's that one. I would guess more people dislike coleslaw, I think, than like it. Let's just do a quick survey here, guys. Get ready. The question is, so you can just do one-word answers, make it easier for you. Do you like coleslaw? Yes or no? I'm going to say the no's will win. Let's see. Damien, no. No. Yeah, I thought so. I thought that's. Oh, Chrome says depends. Yes, Nacho does. No for Jill. Yeah for Dr. Dirt. I can flush it down but would never eat it willingly. No. Yes. Yes with catfish. Fuck coleslaw. That's a no. Yes. I'll tell you, it's closer than I thought, though. With some stuff. Wow. Okay. It's not as lopsided as I thought it would be. I think the no's have an edge, but not by a lot. Huh? Okay. So it's not as universally despised as I thought. Oh, yeah. I don't like coleslaw at all. Jill says, I slapped my friend once when I saw her sandwich with coleslaw. Big Green's a no. Yeah. Again, no's won, but I'm surprised how close it was. Thanks for Super Chat, Andrew. This is only good in a pulled pork sandwich. Okay, we're talking about parents and cooking. It's funny you bring that up, Andrew. My wife and I always enjoyed pulled pork. One time before we moved to North Carolina, my mother was living here. We came down to visit. She made pulled pork sandwiches. Again, my mom sometimes, she was a decent old-style country cook. She should not try and expand out of her base of knowledge at all. Well, she had learned to make pulled pork sandwiches, or thought she did. She served us a couple of pulled pork sandwiches, and we ate them because we didn't want to hurt her feelings. And as they went down, they were gross. After they sat in your stomach for a while, it wasn't food poisoning. It was just the way it was made. Both my wife and I were like, "Oh my God, please pass. Let this pass."
Created a poll in chat.
I don't know. Can we still? I don't know if we still can do polls or not. I believe they took that away from us. If I'm not mistaken. Let me see if I have my drop-down list. Yeah, I don't have poll option anymore. Oh, but anyway, so I was saying, and neither one of us has been able to eat pulled pork since. That was years ago, and we just can't do it. It was it was bad. Damien, thanks for super chat. Says coleslaw is disgusting. I despise Cole for making this law.
Who is this Cole, and who gave him the right to make laws?
There you go. And our ex-president is on it too. Now we're gonna get some answers about this shit. Cole, bitch. Do I like potato salad? No Beaches. Well, doesn't potato salad typically has mayo, right?
Cousin of real food. I mean, who looks at a pile of
cousin of real food.
mayo and goes, "Oh yeah, that's exactly what I want next to my burger." Not me, buddy. Coleslaw is basically just lettuce that lost all its self-respect.
Holy shit! Peter is on fire today.
Is coleslaw something like Murphy's Law?
It might be. They both tell you that anything that can go wrong will. So yeah, they're very similar. Austin says, "What would you do if Kamala showed up at your door?" See, I'm not a hater of a person. I'm not going to vote for her because I don't like her politics. It's not like I would be rude to her. I would say, you can, whatever you're at my door for, you can come in. I'll get you a Diet Pepsi if you want one, but I ain't going to vote for you. I'm not going to be mean to her. Again, she just has different ideas and views for the direction of the country than do I. It's not like I personally hate her for any reason. Hell, as far as people, there's probably a better chance I would like her than Trump as far as interacting one-on-one. Beecher says she'll give you her salad, word salad. She is a word salad artist. I'll give her that. Holy crap, can she create some word salad? So Jill says, and thanks for the super chat, but what if Kamala showed up at your door as a Jehovah's Witness? Then she's got to leave. Yeah, then she gets the rude treatment. And it's not just Jehovah's. I don't like anybody coming to my door peddling their religion. I don't care if it's Jehovah's, Mormons, that immediately sets me off. So yes, if she was coming up as a Jehovah, she's going to get most rudely informed to leave my vicinity. If she's just showing up as the VP and a presidential candidate, as I said, I don't know what she'd be doing at my door, but if somebody's hungry or thirsty, I'm going to feed them or give them something to drink, but I still ain't going to vote for you. Forrest in Hell's Fame says, Curtis, would you bang the VP? Yeah, probably not. She just, I don't know. I've only seen her on TV. I don't think she's really too much my type.
Someone who's below the 1%. But coleslaw is for people living in like total poverty. Like, oh, I found some bird shit on top of this pile of leaves that should make for a decent enough meal.
I found some bird shit. That's well said. That would be more like it then. Yeah, you're right, Sonic. That's good. You guys are so good. Beaches says, I got no solicitors on my door, but they still show up. I've heard that from other people too, saying the same thing. Yeah, I don't like that. That sets me off. I just am completely 100% against that. I don't have, just because I'm not religious, again, all the people I love are. I don't have a problem with people having religion. I do have a problem with you coming to my door trying to peddle it. Andrew, thanks for the super chat, says, listen to Kamala laugh for 4 hours a day or eat mayo once a day. I hate to say it. I despise having to say it, but I'd have to listen to that laugh. I'd find a way to tune that out. The Mayo is just going to make me puke uncontrollably. Austin says, do you like Vance personality-wise? Personality-wise, in other words, the kind of guy I'd hang out with? No. Policy-wise, he's all right. He's pretty good. I don't want to make too much of a judgment on him because I don't, even though I follow politics, to be honest, I don't know a ton about J.D. Vance, so I'd have to know more. But first impressions, I don't hate him, but he's not somebody from what I've seen in the interviews and stuff to be like, oh, that'd be somebody fun to hang out with. Hell, of the presidents in my lifetime, the one I think that I would personally enjoy hanging out with on a personal level the most is one that I have very little in common with politically, and that's Obama. But I liked Obama's sense of humor. He's a sports fan. He does share a lot of interests that I share. Hydra says, I vote Curtis for president in 2028. First things that gets banned are mayo and coleslaw and American cheese. Oh, I don't think you win for president when you're going to ban something that has the word American in it. Oh, well, I'll take my chances. Beecher says Vance is second youngest senator right now. He's in his 40s. I knew he was in his 40s. I didn't know he was second youngest. Wow. Sloppy Joe is a different sandwich than a pulled pork. Oh, yeah. Oh, so you answered somebody else, Andrew? Yeah, Sloppy Joe's I still like. Pulled pork, unfortunately, my mom ruined for my wife and I forever. Kylor says, I don't think there's many politicians that would be cool to hang out with. I agree. Not many that I know of. Not national politicians, anyway. I've had some personal friends that were, politicians on a local level. But national ones, the only one I can think of offhand that I've seen that's like, it seems like that's somebody I'd like to have some fun with would be Obama. And it's ironic because we don't agree on much of anything politically. But one of my very best friends in the world is a liberal. We don't agree, and we talk politics all the time, but him and I are both able to talk politics without it being the end of the world if the other side prevails. Beacher says, just call American cheese a block of yucky fuck. That is an apt description right there. You wouldn't want to hang out with Obama, honestly, Chrome? No, like I said, it's just, and again, I could be wrong on any of them. Hell, I could be wrong about Trump. Maybe he's a delightful guy to hang out with. I don't know. But as far as impressions, again, it's just he was a guy that I know he likes sports. He does have a really decent sense of humor. I've seen him be self-deprecating, and I appreciate that.
Cheese. It'll still be cheese which you hate, but it'll be better, and you won't lose popularity for being against it.
Oh, I don't know. That's a tough one, though, Sonic. If it retains any of its innate taste, it's a no-go for me. I've got to get rid of it. I'll create a scandal around it that it wasn't American all along. Yeah, it's been around for a while. I'm going to say it's a Soviet spy. There we go. One thing America can get behind hating, it's commies. Beacher says, Trump will feed me fast food. Obama will feed me healthy crap. His wife. Oh, yeah. We would have to differ there. Yeah, I'm not eating that good for you stuff, Mr. President. See, that's what I think. Again, I could be wrong.
French
I know
cheese, now
Obama's a
nobody
health
will
guy,
eat
but I think he's the guy that go out and have burgers with you. French cheese. Now nobody will eat it. Yeah, I don't like French cheese either. There you go. Andrew's got it. It says create your own cheese and call it Patriots Pimento or something. that would be good. Yeah, and just elbow American cheese right out of everything. Okay. Oh, guys, I gotta go. As always, I'll start doing these just chatting streams more often. I mean, we have a good time in all our streams, but these are some of the most fun we have. And I will get that set up unless something goes wrong. I do plan on streaming. There it is. We'll be right back. I do plan on streaming for several hours on election night. I love that that's how we close now. That classic we'll be right back. And then our boy Plankton. But I'll post it before Tuesday. But if I'm remembering right in the first... There. That's a quality one, too. Those were so funny. If I'm remembering right, returns start coming in at 7 p.m. So if that's the case, we'll start streaming at like 6 or so. Again, I don't know how long I can stay there. I got to get up 5:15 the next day. But I really want to hang out with you guys and watch at least the early returns coming in. All right, you guys, thank you all. Thanks for all the great conversation, all the fun. And of course, as always, thanks to Sonic and GLaDOS and Al. And
Go home.
Getting scolded by, yeah. Why is this? Oh my God, guys, everything's losing my head right now. I was just looking at his face and his name went right out of me. Deadpool. Oh my gosh, that's kids, don't get hit by metal folding chairs. That happens to me a lot though now. It just, a noun will just blank out and be gone. But getting scolded by Deadpool is one of the highlights of my day. Oh, thank you guys. Yeah, it takes Deathstroke click says Ryan Reynolds. Better yet. All right, you guys.
Curtis, what the fuck?
Easy, Sonic. I remembered your name most of the time. Okay, guys, I'll talk to y'all real soon.